you get it on? I'm so sorry. Who'd have thought a fan would be so dangerous? I almost took your eye out. Oh, hey! Hi! It's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, and I am Untucked. I hope you are too, because it's time to review All Stars 5, Untucked Episode 2. Now, before we go into it, I just want to say I was enjoying my Shade fan just a little too much. I knocked over my cocktail. It smashed into 1,000 bits. So Jorge's in the middle of picking up all that glass, but until then, he's put my martini in something with a handle. Martini-licious. Okay, so let's get to it. We started off this episode of Untucked with this week's Safe Queens. Ms. Cracker, Alexis Mateo, and Mayhem Miller retiring in the Untucked Lounge with a much-needed cocktail. Seriously. Alexis Mateo was the only queen who seemed to not be happy that she was safe. She actually felt that she should have been in the top. Well, who thought otherwise? Then the queens got down to brass tacks. Who did they think was going to be in the top? Well, Alexis said she thought for sure Shay would be in the top. No surprise there, but she did surprise everybody by also saying Angina. I was shocked. I didn't understand it at all until then we realized that, well, Alexis and Angina are friends, and Alexis was just trying to sway the vote in Angina's favor. Bless her. Such a good friend. Totally didn't work. Another queen the safe girls thought was in danger was India, and Alexis drove it home by saying that she felt she was the weakest on her team, mostly because she asked Alexis to do all the choreography. Seriously. Cracker said she wanted to put Juju in the top, but felt that the length of her gown held her back. And then once she mentioned it, oh, so did I. Alexis also was worried that Mariah might land in the bottom because she seemed to be the weakest in her group, which was something that both she and Mayhem didn't want to hear from because they're so close to her. Seriously. There's no time for friends in a contest. Thank God the conversation turned to a less controversial topic, namely, why is Miss Cracker so difficult? It started innocently enough. Miss Cracker was complaining about Juju and Blair calling her difficult. Well, and then nobody disagreed with her. The first thing was that Cracker said she didn't understand where this was coming from. Well, I don't understand why she doesn't understand. I mean, by Cracker's admission, she has said more than once that everybody says this about her, that everybody has this complaint. And the only thing I can say is that if everybody's complaining about somebody being difficult and you don't know who it is, it's you. Seriously. Hey, if you're difficult, you're difficult. It's not a crime unless you're on a competition reality show. And then you need to pick your moments. Something Cracker clearly hasn't done yet. Where's my proof? Well, Mayhem agreed that Cracker was difficult before Cracker even finished the sentence. I'm so serious. Even Alexis said that Cracker comes off as arrogant, and she doesn't even work with her. Seriously. Either way, Cracker going on about being difficult was difficult. Thank God the rest of the queens showed up to fill everyone in on what went down on that runway. Of course, by now we learned that Shea Coulee was the top queen, and that the queens at the bottom were India, Angina, and Mariah, who just seemed a little too happy to hear Blair St. Clair's negative critiques. Of course, something else we also know by now is that Angina had asked the cast to more or less send her home and to not vote for either of the other two girls in the bottom, which everyone seemed to be okay with. Well, everyone except Alexis Mateo, who got very emotional. She had to take a moment over by the mirror to collect herself, because those were three of her friends in the bottom. So she and Shay just had a little moment of commiseration. Well, not being one to be left out of camera time, there was Ms. Difficult herself to find out what was going on. And I just have to say, this is one of the reasons I love Alexis Mateo. As quick as you like, without even a side look to Shea Coulee, she said to Cracker, I wish it was you who was going home. And Cracker's face, crack. I have to say, that was, if somebody had said that to me, even if it was true, I would have laughed, because it is funny. Sorry. Just not so funny when it's true, I'm just saying. So the queens went off to vote and returned to the runway where the secret lip sync assassin was revealed, and we all now know that Ongina was the second queen of All Stars 5 to go home. God bless her. And even though Shea Coulee won the lip sync and was the one to send Ongina home, if Alyssa had won, she still would have read Ongina's name because everyone voted for Ongina. In fact, so did Ongina. So it was a fait accompli either way. God bless her. What I loved about this episode of Untucked was Alyssa popping by the workroom to congratulate Ongina and to give her some words of encouragement. And they're great words. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to is. No wonder she's such a good dance coach. Seriously. Well, there you have it. There's our second queen down on season 5 of All Stars. 5 seasons of All Stars. Oh, were you surprised? Were you sorry? I was upset for Ongina. I wish she'd tried harder. I wish she'd wanted it more. But she also seemed to roll with the punches beautifully, which is all you can do in a situation like this. Seriously. Well, there you go. I hope you can stay untucked as long as possible. Me, I've been untucked for 2 months. And I'm starting to ruin furniture. I'm just saying. So, until next week, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to support me, whether it's on PayPal, whether it's on Patreon, or whether it's buying some merchandise on Redbubble. Either way, until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously, Jorge. I think that all my drinking glasses should be handles. This is way easier. Seriously.